Also breaking this afternoon, a jury at last. After days, the trial of Karen Read is poised to begin. Thanks for joining us. I'm Priscilla Casper.
I'm JC Monahan. Despite having a jury, no one has been sworn in just yet. NBC 10's John Maroney joining us live in Dedham with details. John.
JC, they have settled on 19 jurors. They do plan to whittle that down to 16 before the trial gets underway. And another big development, it looks as though they plan to move the case to a smaller courtroom in this courthouse.
Will you denounce your supporters harassing the Keefe family?
Karen Read getting harassed as she made her way into Norfolk Superior Court. The man calling her a cop killer as she made her way up the front steps.
How does it feel to be a cop killer, Karen?
The defendant and her attorney settled inside for a fifth day of jury selection. Read is accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. Late this afternoon, they left with enough jurors to permit opening statements Monday.
We're happy that we have a jury, and we're looking forward to starting.
The number of jurors has fluctuated over the process, with some allowed to drop out for hardships. Here's a glimpse at today's 85-member jury pool. 60 told the judge they've heard of the case. 28 claim to have formed an opinion, and 7 say they're biased.
I think the court is trying to be very careful that we don't raise additional appellate issues and that we have a relatively clean trial.
Judge Beverly Cannoni says she's open to moving the trial to a smaller courtroom. Read's lawyers say sightlines in the current courtroom violate their client's constitutional rights because the jury can't look at witnesses in the face. The smaller courtroom has better visibility, but won't fit as many people. How about the move to the courtroom? How do you think that'll be a good thing for your client?
You have to be able to see the witness's face and reactions, and the new courtroom is smaller, but it accomplishes that. Now, none of the jurors have been sworn in as of yet. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll take a look at some of the motions they will consider at a hearing tomorrow before opening statements on Monday. Well, live in Dedham, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, John, still a lot to get to before that trial can begin. But we do want to bring in NBC 10's Sue O'Connell, who has spent the week in court. Sue, a high-profile trial always means drama inside the courtroom. We're expecting that. But the Karen Read case is also bringing a lot of drama outside court, specifically outside of the courthouse. We heard some of the yelling in John's piece. And this is a growing problem. Why?
Well, you know, as we get closer to the start of the trial, the outside trial, the one of public opinion, it's taken a bit of a different turn. Right? You still have some people out there peacefully gathering, wearing pink so they won't be violating the buffer zone rules of no signs. And then you have people gathering beyond the buffer zone, also peacefully, for the most part, holding signs. And while I still think there's an atmosphere to me that seems to forget that there was a person tragically killed and someone is on trial for it, we now have people allegedly traveling from other cities to more directly confront participants in this case. And one would assume it's for views, clicks, and likes rather than for justice or supporting one side or the other. As John reported, this agitated man got very close to Karen Read today as she left her vehicle with her team. She has to walk around the corner to enter the courthouse. Yesterday, there was an incident at the Turtle Boy court case. And today, a pink-clad person came up to me and said she was upset that I've been calling the peaceful protests happening outside the courtroom a circus. But it's everything that's happening outside the courtroom, not just outside. That includes social media, YouTube. And I expect we'll see the volume turned up on it as the trial starts in earnest on Monday.
All right, Sue. Yeah, those crowds just continue to grow. Thank you. Remember, NBC 10 Boston and NECN will have continuing coverage of the Karen Read trial. We will carry all of the testimony live on NECN, NBC10Boston.com, and on our streaming platforms. You can also find a breakdown of the trial and witnesses on our website now.